Hello and welcome to yet another video here on the YouTube channel STF Wargaming Studio. My name is Andreas the Norwegian Viking and this is my review of the faction Durin's Folk for Battle Companies. Well, there it is. So, Battle Companies, a fantastic book, and I'm going through every single faction from this book to give you an outlook on how good the factions are, what you need to start with it, and yeah, the benefits and negatives of everything. From my, well, not perfect opinion. I'm biased in some ways, and I'm also have favorites, and I don't know everything, so bear with me. So, starting company for the Dwarfs, it's pretty high. It's 6 Dwarfs, so you get 2 Dwarf Warriors with Shield, 2 Dwarf Warriors with two-handed axe, and 2 Dwarf Warriors with Dwarf Bow. So what you basically need to start out is just half a Dwarf Warriors box. 6 models. Of course, they have some reinforcement results and some advancements, which means you would have to buy several other box sets and or blisters. So you have access to quite a few cool things in here. So I'll list the advancements. So Dwarf Warrior with Shield becomes an Iron Guard. Dwarf Warrior with two-handed axe becomes a Khazad Guard, and Dwarf Warrior with Dwarf Bow becomes Dwarf Ranger with Dwarf Longbow. Something I don't really get. It has long range but only strength 2, something I would love them to rectify in the future. The Dwarf Longbow has strength 3 but is still 24 inches. Here's hoping that this will be done for the proper Middle-earth strategy battle game coming this summer. So for the reinforcements, of course on a 1 you get nothing, so especially for the elves and the dwarves, I would recommend that you save up at least 4 influence points before rolling on the reinforcement results, so you get something instead of nothing on a 1. Because you can use extra influence points as might points. On a 3, 2, 5 you get a Dwarf Warrior of some type. So on a 2 you get a Shield, on a 3 you get a two-handed axe, on a 4 you get a Dwarf Bow, and on a 5 you get to choose what weapon your Dwarf Warrior will be armed with. On a 6 you get to roll on an additional special chart, which is listed below. On a 1 it's a Dwarf Ranger with Longbow, on a 2 it's a Dwarf Ranger with two-handed axe, on a 3 it's a Dwarf Ranger with throwing axes. So off the bat here we can see that you would need to purchase a box of Dwarf Rangers as well. On a 4 it's an Iron Guard, so 1 blister of Iron Guard should do it. On a 5 Khazad Guard, so 1 blister of Khazad Guard. I don't think you need more than 3. And funnily enough, on a 6 you get a Vault Warden team, so that's 2 models for the price of 1. So that is excellent. Vault Warden teams are very cool, able to defend choke points, quite handy. You'll rarely get more than 1 of these teams, maybe 2, so it won't have the same effect as in regular Battle of SPG where you have several of them defending a choke point, but it's still good, I think. For the arm-specific hero upgrade, you have Barak Khazad. The hero may reroll wound rolls over 1 when making strikes against orcs, goblins, and Uruk-hai, which is pretty handy. It means you don't have to use points or influence points to purchase a sword for your hero. You can rather use the specific upgrade and use your axe instead. So I think this is a good faction. Dwarfs are of course penalized with movement. They only have 5 inches of movement, which can hurt you a bit in certain scenarios in this book. Scenarios where you need to rush to an objective or you need to do other stuff. They will lose out an inch in every single round of movement. But Dwarves are very sturdy. Defense 7 on the Warriors with Axes, and Shield, and defense 6 on the rest. So they are quite high there, and the fact that you get 6 of them is also very handy. Also, you get 2 bows, which is powerful in these warbands, and they are strength 3 as well. So I the only thing that making them worse than elves are the fact that they have 4+ shooting. So yeah, I think Durin's Folk is fantastic. You can of course convert your heroes out of the named heroes from the range, and you can of course use plenty of different dwarf heroes to really go to town with converting your warband. So yeah, what do you guys think of Durin's Folk for battle companies? Tell them in the comments below, as well as commenting which faction you want me to review next, because I'm filming these all in one and I can release any one faction you would like me to release. So I put the most popular one out first, so do check in the comments. Until next time, I've been Andreas Norwegian Viking. This has been my review of the Durin's Folk faction for battle companies. Please comment, like, share and subscribe. Consider supporting SDF on Patreon using the link in the description below, and as always, support your hobby.